Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. It's about a miracle child because that is what I'm going to refer to this particular baby. He's a 3 years old boy, but he was rescued alive from a well in Sapele, Delta State. And this boy alleged that an unidentified woman threw him into the hole. And this incident happened at Comprehensive Road in Amukwe area of Sapele on Saturday night. That was exactly yesterday. And it was gathered that residents of the area heard a child crying from inside the well around 7 p.m. So one of the residents now identified or noticed that he needed to go outside to find out where this child is screaming from. He's identified as Mr. Locking, and he quickly jumped into the well. That's when he now saw this boy there and pulled him out. As such, this boy was rescued. Thank God he was still alive. And the boy narrated how an unknown woman tied a rope to him and then threw him into the well. You can just imagine. But thanks be to God that this child survived it, and he's been reunited with his parents, and they've taken him for treatment because he sustained some injuries. You can see on his face there's an injury there, but when some things are not so good to see in the eye, it's kind of blurry, so that's why you can't see the injuries very clear. Right now, they are still trying to identify who this particular woman is. So probably, he's a little boy. It's going to be very difficult to identify this particular woman. Maybe, who knows, if he sees her, he may be able to identify. But given a description, it may be difficult for them to go by his description. Probably they will still try, but it's still under investigation to find out who this particular woman is and why she did that to a little boy of 3 years old. These are harmless babies. Babies of this age are very harmless. Who will do this to a little child? I call him a miracle baby because just throwing the baby into that well, he could have hit his head by the edges of the well, and that would be it. He's a child. He wouldn't have been able to survive it. It only took the grace of God for this little boy to still be alive, despite the injuries he had sustained. God just kept this child for his parents. So right now you'll be wondering, another second question you'll be asking, where was the parents of this 3-year-old child when another woman came to drag him away, and even to the extent of tying a rope to this little boy and throwing him into the well without any of his family members noticing that this child was gone, or that his family members noticing that somebody was taking their child away? Another question is this woman trying to probably get the parents upset, depressed, and worked up? Was she doing that to avenge something on the parents of this kid? Or was she doing that because she has been hurt by the parents of this kid? Lots of questions will be asking because this is just a little child who knows nothing. If maybe a member of his family has offended you and you felt that this is the right way for you to approach it, but come to think of it, a child who doesn't even know what's happening, he can't even say anything, then this child is now taken away and thrown into the well. So many questions will come up as to why this little boy. These are innocent babies. But all thanks to Almighty God for keeping this boy alive. Another thing is, please parents, be watchful. You be imagining how this 3 years old slip away from his parents or from whoever was taking care of him or watching over him, or did it seem like no one was watching over this kid as of the time this woman came and took him away? Because that'll be the first question their parents will be asked. Where were you when this 3 years old was taken away? Or who was watching over this child when he was taken away? All those things should be put into consideration while this investigation is being carried. You'll be wondering, will you just leave your kid carelessly, or will you just let your kid wander around? Or probably he was playing in the yard and the parents were inside, or whoever was watching over him was inside doing something else while the kid was probably outside playing with some other kids, and they decided to grab him. But all the same, irrespective of what and where the kid is, someone should always watch at kids, especially babies like this. They are very little, they can't say anything. The least they can do is to scream, and once their mouth is held tight, they can't scream. So there's another possibility that this baby's mouth might have been sealed for him not to scream out loud for anybody to hear, not until he got into the well. So it was so obvious that this baby was unable to scream or speak because he was bound together. Even his mouth was sealed. Otherwise, carrying him from wherever this woman picked him up, taking him down to the well, somebody would have heard the scream even before he was thrown into the well. But then nobody heard anything, not until he landed into the well and they started hearing scream. And see how God is so wonderful. 7 p.m. at night, when creeping animals could creep in, that's the time most of these creeping animals would come out and start wandering around, because the whole place could be cold as of that time. But look at, he was just rescued. God just helped him to scream out loud and to the hearing of the neighbors. Another thing again is, thank God people were even around. There were neighbors around to even hear. What if nobody heard his scream? What would have happened to this little child? This is why I refer to this boy as a miracle child. He is a miracle child, because it takes the grace of God for a baby to survive being thrown into the well. And only the grace of God made him to scream out loud that his voice was heard, despite the depth of the well where he was thrown into. Parents should be watchful of their kids. Please keep watch. Whoever is watching over your kid, let that person know. Follow this kid every step of the way. Don't leave the kid, because some people are so fast at snatching babies. Once you just turn your back to pick up something and you decide to turn back again, you'll be shocked that your baby has disappeared. Some people are so fast at doing that, and if one is not careful, you will just lose your baby, because at that time you were not concentrating on your child. Parents, please be watchful. Or whoever is watching over a child, even if it's not your child, maybe you are a nanny or you are asked to watch over a particular kid or kids, please watch at them carefully. And especially when they go out to play amidst other kids, please watch them all, because that is the avenue that these people would have to come and grab those kids when they are outside, and nobody would know what's happening outside with them. Also, please, it doesn't make sense you retaliate on a kid because of their parents. These kids have done no wrong to you. If you're being offended over an issue, an incident that has happened, you face the parents, talk to the parents, than using the child as a trade or against them. Friends, what do you all think about this? About this boy being rescued, about the woman, unidentified woman, who picked this boy up and threw him into the well. But I'm glad he is fine and he is okay. He is in stable condition right now after getting his treatment from the clinic. Please, if you have anything to say, you could put that down at the comment section below. Thank you for coming up today. Please, to those that have not subscribed, click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you once again. God bless you all.